Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday morning here in Nagoya, so you know what that means. It is time for a USS Nagoya auction today. And we are here to take a look at a few cars and here to make a video for some of you guys. Just a video of all the cars. But I am here to inspect a couple cars and I just found the first one. Take a look. We are here to look at this 1977 Nissan Skyline GTX. It is not the GTR. It is a GTR replica. But this is the beautiful Kenmary that I am here to take a look at today for a customer in the USA who has placed a deposit with us and will be bidding on this one today. And it looks to be pretty awesome. The condition does not look bad at all. Such a cool classic car. Oh man, I got the key for it too, so I'll let you guys hear it once I get it started up in a few minutes. I'm gonna put the camera down though, take a few pictures for the customer. Let me show you the interior of this one. Take a look at that. That classic interior. It's got that classic leather smell. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down, get a few shots, and then I'll pick you guys back up when I have it running in a minute. She's running. Started up pretty much no issues. Let's take a step into a piece of history here. Small little seat. Not very American friendly, but what a classic. Look at this wheel, look at my legs. Hot dog looking legs. It's the only thing that's kind of out of place in here is the updated head unit, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected. So cool though. Such cool. Man, are the windows? I don't know how you do the windows. Oh, wow. Automatic windows, or electric windows, I guess is the word I'm looking for here. That seems way ahead of its age for 1977. Take a listen to this thing. Such an awesome sounding car. This thing is so cool. I really don't see any major defects with the car. The only problem I'm having right now is I can't get the hood latch to open. But I mean, I don't think that's really necessarily a big deal. The car seems to be running fine. I don't see any oil leaks or anything underneath. I pull the latch and I feel like I'm gonna break the plastic like I did on my R32 when I originally got it. But it seems to be a good quality car. Let me know what you guys think this is gonna go for. I'll let you know if our customer ends up purchasing it or not, and I'll try to give you guys a general idea on the price. But like I've said in previous auction videos, I can't give out the exact price, but I will try to give you guys at least an idea of what it does end up selling for or not selling for. Man, I just want to take this thing out cruising. This is definitely a cruiser. This isn't something you take to the mountains and beat the heck out of. This is something you cruise out to eat dinner with your girl in and take out to car shows. And this is just a classic. This is something you don't want to mess up. Pretty awesome. And apparently I was just being stupid. The hood latch was fine. I just wasn't going to the front and pulling it up afterwards. So good to go. Pretty clean under here. Pretty awesome ITBs. I don't see any major defects. It seems to be not a bad car at all. You know, a teeny bit of rust here and there, but it's from 1977, so what would you expect? Very, very cool. Definitely something I would love to own one day. But as I'm sure you guys are aware, the prices on these are not cheap. Finished up with the Kenmary for now. We will go back and take a further look at it if we need to later on. But right now we're gonna hop on the elevator, go back down, return the key, and go check out some other cars. The day has just begun, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it started. The auctions are an awesome place. Very kind of high class, I guess, when you get in the actual building and go up to the bidding rooms. But we are heading back out, do some grinding and inspecting on some cars. Next on our list is this 1995 R33 GTR. Now this one I originally was kind of interested in bidding on. It's pretty modified, as you can see. The big single turbo on there. Quite a few modifications. Let's see what it is, the T78 turbo. not a bad looking car, but it is an August production month, and I am not interested in an August production month just because I'm gonna be heading back at the end of this year, and I wanna bring something back either, you know, with me at the same time, which obviously wouldn't be an R33 GTR, or bring something back with me in January, February, March, sometime at the beginning of the year. I don't wanna wait all the way 1 year until this is USA legal, but it's not a bad car if you're willing to wait. The exterior looks pretty good. The interior is quite modified. Trying to speed through this one. I just sent some pictures over to the guys at the shop to potentially bid on this one for the shop. It's going up here in just a few minutes though, so in a little bit of a time crunch. But as you can see, it's got some nice interior modifications, lots of gauges, lots of aftermarket parts. Pretty awesome R33. The interior's, see, it had a B rating for the interior, but then you see like something like that and you're just kind of grossed out. I mean, the rest of it, I guess, looks fairly good. You just feel like with a B interior, it wouldn't even have like this nastiness right here, but it is what it is. It's also got the dampers on the hood, which is kind of cool, and it's really, really light. Some kind of like fiberglass hood, I guess. It's got the hood latches. Put the camera down so I can re-latch up. As I was latching up, I got a text from the guys at the shop, and we lost the bid for this one. We ended up going a little bit higher than the maximum we were trying to bid on it. So onwards we go. I'm gonna go return the key before I get fussed at for having the key for too long. Like, no joke, guys. Hey, we'll come back up here. There's NSX, a couple FDs over here. But no joke, there's a lot of FDs over here. There's an FD here, an FD there. Definitely be back up here. But they really don't play around with how long you have the keys. Like, I did not have the key to that Kenmary very long, and we had already returned it, but got a call like right as I was returning it. Kind of silly. I mean, I understand other people want to take a look at it, and it does go up in the morning, but I didn't have the key but for maybe 15 minutes. The FD that will forever sit here because nobody's gonna bid on that thing. That thing's nasty. And it's accident free though too. That's kind of funny. Like, it's such a nasty looking car, but it is a grade 3. That just shows you, like, don't just go off of a grading, because this is a grade 3 car. Very interesting perspective of that, huh? When you think of a grade 3, you think like, oh, it's a pretty nice car probably. But doesn't always mean that. Grade 3 with D interior. Not a very good car. It is a 92 though. Toyota Supra. FD again. Like I said, we'll come back up here. We'll take a look at a few more cars. I just need to go return this key. On for the next hunt. Looking for another R33 GTR right now, another white one. Now this one's gonna be really nice. It doesn't go up till 3 o'clock as well, so we have a little bit of time. It is a January of 1995 R33 GTR, so it'll be legal in only a few months to head back to the States. Now, the only unfortunate part for me, at least, is that it's out of the budget that I'm gonna be trying to spend on one. It's a grade 4. I don't remember the interior. I'll check whenever I find it. I also don't know exactly which row it's on. I know it's on this level. Somebody had the key checked out, or either the key's in the car. I kind of wasn't able to read what it said on the computer. But we will find it and take a look at it. And it should be a good quality car that we'll be bidding on for the shop for sure. Let's take a quick pit stop. Check out this MR2 while we're up here. Everybody loves a nice MR2. It's a grade 4C. 103,000 original kilometers. TRD parts. Interesting. I would probably never buy one of these for myself, but I do like them. And this one's the awesome turbo model with the scoop right there heading into the engine. T37s. This one's a cool one for sure. If I were to consider an MR2, it would be something like this. But I am not considering MR2s at the moment. This one is no key in it. Interesting, very interesting. What year is it? Oh, it's a 97 too, so it's not even USA legal. Which, I mean, I don't not care because it's that, but because I know there's a lot of you guys that are in different countries that could import something like this. Just, I'm always thinking USA, so whenever I say like, oh, it's not USA, okay, who cares? Like, that's just my thinking. It's not how we think at the shop, and we obviously buy cars that are not USA legal all the time, so just take it for what it is when I say that. Let's find some more cars though. I've kind of always liked these Cedrics and some of the other cars like Laurels and things like that. They're just kind of like VIP-ish sort of. like luxury cars, I guess. Cheap, affordable luxury cars of the early 90s. Broham. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce that, but this one's a grade 4B, really nice. 1994. July of 94, so it is legal to go back right now. Pretty nice. What else? Ooh, fender mirrors, guys. Got a thing for fender mirrors on the Toyota Crown here. This one's 94 as well. I don't know, these kind of cars are just interesting to me. Deluxe Crown. It's like what you would see, you know, executives back in 1990, what did I say, 4, rolling around in, I would imagine. All right, where's this R33 at? That's what we need to find. I found the car that I'm looking for. Someone's pulled it out of its parking spot and over here giving it a nice detailed inspection. So we'll wait for them to get done and then we'll take a look at it. It looks pretty nice from here. And from the auction sheet, it looked really nice too, so we'll see. While we're waiting for old boy to talk on the phone and take a bunch of time, and how's he not getting a call from the auction house for having the key for too long? Whatever. Let's take a look at some of these cars over here. This R33 GTR was, I guess, purchased last week. Maybe this is a section where they move cars that have been sold and just haven't been picked up yet. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not 100% familiar with how that portion of it works if the car is not picked up within the week it's purchased. But somebody reached out to me who follows the channel and follows us and said that they purchased this car actually he's from the USA. And he was talking about having the car stored with us. It might end up getting stored with us, it might not, we'll see what happens. But it's a nice clean, it's the same R33 GTR 96 V-Spec that you guys saw in the last video. Last time it was over on a different tower on the top, on the roof. And I just kind of briefly went over it, but didn't give it much attention because it is a 96 and I'm not too interested in 96s at the moment. But it seems to be a pretty nice car. There's another look for you. Wyatt. And the gas cap is, I think it's like a carbon fiber vinyl. I don't think it's real carbon fiber, it's hard to tell. Maybe the same stuff this is wrapped in, because I don't think this is like the actual Nismo ones. I'm not sure though. And then, like I was just saying, a Laurel. Nice big old classic Laurel with fender mirrors. Pretty sweet. Not bad, not bad. Naps Z. I don't know what this bro's doing, but he's not even at the car anymore. He's over here checking out the cars I was just looking at. Frustrating. Let's walk down that way. We'll walk past it, casually give it a walk by. We'll let him have his time, we'll let him finish it up. Any minute now, he should be getting that call from the auction to return the key. And then we'll take a look at the car ourselves. Whoa, DC5 Type R. Type R badges don't go there. What is in the back of it? This thing comes with a billion different parts, maybe all the factory parts. Very interesting. Indeed. A little much on a DC5 Type R for me. Phone's blowing up, guys. It's probably why I sent him some pictures of his silver car. This dude just literally walked out the door and is walking down the stairs and left the car over here like this. I guarantee this is not where this car sits. He left the key in it and everything. This is our car though. This is 50674. We'll give him his time. We'll give him a few more minutes. We'll come by. We'll come back. It's a grade 4B. Really nice car. We'll do our looks in a few minutes. Who knows what he's doing? Who knows what he's up to? I don't want to push too much. But it seems to be a pretty nice car. Alright guys, to be completely honest, I don't know if maybe this is just where this car sits and the key stays in it because this is going to be such a popular car today. But that dude's been gone for like 15 minutes now, so I'm over here now checking it out. I just took some detailed pictures of it. The car seems to be in immaculate condition. One of the nicest I've seen at auction for sure. Very, very good looking car. January 95. Everything seems to work good. The underbody looks good. It does have this interesting little like lip piece put on the back of the spoiler. But really good condition R33 GTR. Definitely will be bidding on this one later for the shop. grade 4B interior. Very, very nice. What do you guys think? Right around 100,000 miles, grade 4B. What do you think it's gonna go for? I think it's gonna be a little high. We'll see. Bruh, check this thing out. I don't even know what it is. Somebody's low rider toy. It's got some rust bubbles popping up down near the bottom. Not even a clue. You guys can comment below. Let me know what it is if you yourself know what it is. I'm sure some of you will do some Googling on it. Very interesting though, huh? Looks like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. Anyways, that was pretty much the last car I was checking out. I did have a list with a few other cars on it, but I don't think I'm going to pursue too many of them just because it's hot as crap out here, guys. It's like 101. It's supposed to be up to 101 degrees Fahrenheit today. So I am going to show you some more cars in the Jumbo Tower. I'll walk down to the next floor. The next floor I think should have some good stuff on it. I think it was the one we were on earlier, actually. So we'll check out some cars there and take a look. Let's do a quick walkthrough over here. You guys need to go watch my last auction video if you want to see any of these cars. These were all in the last video, but this was not in the last video. Check this thing out. It's got a bunch of papers on it. NSX. This thing is highly modified, as you guys can see. Not your typical NSX. These are a lot of the modifications that are on it that have been listed out. This is an R grade, has been in some sort of repair. Carbon fiber spoiler. The trunk looks, I don't know, it looks a little off. Paint looks a little off maybe. But holy moly. This big carbon fiber rear window delete. The scoop going into the area where the motor's at. This thing is awesome. Makes me want to go get the key for it. Very, very cool. Grade RC, 40,000 original kilometers. The front fenders, the hood, and the rear fenders, and the trunk have all been replaced. Now sometimes cars can get an R grade from just being so modified as well, like so many things have been replaced on it, so that could be the case with this one as well. But that thing is freaking awesome looking. It's a 2003 as well. January 2003, I believe is what it said. Well, this says February, but I looked it up by its chassis number, and the online thing said January. That thing's freaking crazy looking. Let's continue on though. This one in the last video for a minute. R35 was in the last video. This A6 was in the last video as 11. I don't know if that one was or not. I think it was. All that stuff was in the last video. Go watch the last auction video if you want to see some of those classics that I featured. Right now we're going to do a quick walkthrough up here, see what we can find, see if there's anything interesting to share with you guys, and then pretty soon we'll get out of here. I believe I also briefly mentioned the Supra in the last video. I think it's a 96, 987, 97, and it's automatic transmission. Not something most people are interested in, but here's another FD. Now this one might be the one that's old enough for the US, because I was looking at FDs as potential, you know, candidates of something else I might be interested in purchasing. The last one I said, and it didn't fit in very well. This one is a, nope, this one's not the one that's old enough. This is a 2000 grade 4B. Really nice, good grading, probably a good car. Some of you are interested in a nice RX-7. There's constantly nice, like, newer model RX-7s for sale at the auction. I always see so many nice, you know, late 90s, early 2000s RX-7s for sale. It's hard to find good condition USA legal ones, like the 94s, the 93s. What do we have out here today? We have anything worth checking out? I see that Cosmo's still out there. 370. I don't see too much down in the wrecked lot. There's an S2000 over there. Don't see too much worth really walking down into the... Well, there's an S14 down there too. Maybe we'll swing by on the way out. That's the lot where all the cars that have been in serious accidents sit. Now, what do I see here? An STI. I don't see much reason to spend too much time on it. I don't think anybody's really exporting this model STI out of the country right now, since they were pretty much offered everywhere else. Here's a couple cars we can take a look at. Look at the sticker on this one. Proud of Boxer. It's kind of funny in Japan, like when you see English writing on some of the cars and on some people's shirts, because sometimes they have no idea what it says, and a lot of times it's like bad phrases and it's hilarious, like bad words and stuff. Then we have an S15. Quite a bit of body modifications done on it. Grade RC. This one definitely looks a little rough. What's been replaced? What's the R grade for? The hood's been replaced. The trunk's been replaced. Doesn't look too serious of an accident, but there's a lot of riding down here. Usually when you start to see a lot of riding in that section, sometimes a car to stay away from. Not always. But it's definitely a car to take a closer look at. Moving forward though, what is next on our car spotting adventure? Another Subaru. I do see something down here we'll take a look at. I know a lot of you like Chasers. JZX 100 Chaser for you. And a lot of people have been suggesting Chasers for me to purchase. And I like them, they're cool. I've ridden in a few. I don't think I've ever driven one actually. I've driven the Mark II, but I don't think I've ever driven a Chaser. The Mark II felt very big, you know, very comfortable, but very kind of like swayed around a lot. I'm sure with the right suspension mods you wouldn't get a lot of that. But this one's too new anyway. This is, what year are we looking at here? This is a 2000 model. Grade RB. Looks pretty nice. Paint looks good. Some nice clean modifications on it. I'm not mad at it. Anything else back here to feature? I see a couple more GT86s, but nobody really cares about those. Guys, I tell you what, this heat the last few days has been killer. It's been hotter than Okinawa. I didn't think Nagoya was gonna be this hot during the summer. And when I got here, Ellis, one of my buddies here, he's like, get ready for the summer, it's gonna be hotter in Okinawa. I was like, yeah, right, okay. And then he messaged me a few weeks ago, I was like, man, what do you think, it's hot? And I was like, no, it's not that bad. And then this week is blown up with heat, and I texted him, I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. Anyways, 4-door R34 GTX. Looks pretty rough shape. Looks like it's been here for a while. There's another S15 over there we can take a look at. Yeah, this one's a little bit rough, guys. This one will probably be pretty cheap, but then again, it's looks like it's been sitting, so somebody probably wants to get a little bit more out of it than they should. 83 undocumented kilometers, doesn't matter. Grade RC. Hood's been replaced. Big old, you know what kind of shift knob that is. S15. This thing looks like it's been here for a minute too. I don't like the big side skirts. Maybe with the right wheels it would look good, but I don't like that. Grade RC. 2001. Another GT86. But like I said, I sold mine and I'm never looking back. They're good cars. I enjoyed having mine, but they're nothing special. Ooh, girl, I do see a GTR though. An R32. Now I have been considering R32s just because I'm seeing what R33 prices are like, and I could get a pretty nice R32 for a much better price than the R33s. So I'm not totally against maybe picking up another R32, but it would have to be perfect. It would have to have everything that I want on it, and I wouldn't compromise, I wouldn't settle. But this one looks pretty nice. I like the BBS wheels. I've always liked the gun gray color. It's the most common color, but it is a great color for the R32. Nismo on the intercooler. This one is an RC grade. Yeah, undocumented kilometers on this one. And I think that's something that I'm willing to settle for the R33 to have undocumented kilometers. But since I sold my R32, like I kind of want, if I'm going to get another R32, something that is just, oh, this one's a V-spec though too. I wonder what this one goes for. I didn't write this one down. I didn't look at any R32s today just because I'm not ready to make the plunge for an R32 yet. If it happens and if I decide to later, okay, but is that the Brimbos? Yeah, it does have the Brimbos. Interesting. Spoiler has some paint fade. Trunk latches? I have never seen that before. You know, I've seen the hood latches all the time. This one has hood latches as well. Looks like this one had the light up plate on it. But I've never seen trunk latches before. That's pretty crazy. You guys seen that before? I've never seen that as a thing. It's like a normal trunk too. It's not extra lightweight or anything. See, I like this though. I really do. I really like this GTR. I mean, I kind of really don't like the latches actually. That's kind of weird. And they looks like they've been drilled in. But I like a gun gray, and I like the BBS wheels, and the fact that it's a V-spec is pretty cool as well. But undocumented kilometers. It's got a Nismo 320 kilometer cluster. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds for my next car. But today that won't get decided. Let's go take a look over here at an R34 GTR I've just spotted. This one, very dirty, probably been here for a couple weeks. What did somebody write? Katakana there. Poop? I don't know. Can't read that last one. Something with a P. This one is a 1999 V-spec, grade 4C, 121,000 original kilometers. Probably a little bit pricey. Probably worth it though. We'll move on though. You guys see R34s on the channel all the time. Look at the paint on this S15, oh my god. I skipped right over it because it looks so bad from the front, but look at it from the rear. It's got like some really bad paint flake. I don't see much down that way. We'll continue this way. Some 8.6s. The S15 with the racing stripe. You think this was female owned, or you think it was some 18-year-old little nerdy guy? This one is RC grade, 107,000 original kilometers. This thing's pretty hideous. Not for me, and hopefully not for any of you. Back over getting close to where we looked at that R33 with the big turbo earlier. Checking out some FDs, thinking about it. I need to get the keys to one next time I'm over here. I'll keep an eye on them next week to see what's coming up. 13B inside. But I would like to sit in a few more to see if maybe it was just the seats in the other one that I sat in that kind of made it too tall for me, or I'm too tall for it. Because I do love the way FDs look. Not so much this one in particular, it looks a little beat. This one's a 97, 116,000 kilometers, not too many kilometers, but it looks like it's got some issues. But there are some others around here. Here's an S14. Haven't been totally against S14s either, but it would have to be perfect. It would have to be one with like the right modifications that I want. This one's a 96 Ks. So I think the Ks are the non-turbo if I'm not mistaken. I think the Qs are the turboed versions. This one's all gutted. Definitely not something I would be interested in at all. One, because it's not USA legal. Two, because it looks like crap. I would have to have like the perfect S14, and that kind of goes for this an S13 too. They would have to be perfect. 180s I'm a little bit more lenient on because I like those a little bit more. But basically, if I don't get an R33 GTR, I'm going to be very picky about what cars I do get. There's another Spec R and another FD RX-7. Spec R is a 2000. I'm more interested in the FD though. Where's the auction sheet for the FD? In the passenger seat. It is, can't see from here. What year are we looking at for the FD? This one is 14, so it's a 2002. So like I said, there's tons of nice, like, you know, you see that one over there was a nice 6, a little closer to USA legal, but then you get like the ones that actually look like something you'd want to own, and they're the 2000s, they're the later 90s. There's the R33 again. Hey, there's another NSX over there. Let's go check the NSX and that other FD. We'll do FD first and then NSX. And then we're gonna start making our way out of here. Got some things I need to do today at the shop. This FD, see, once again, this one's a 2000, grade 4A, beautiful car. 4A, that's an awesome, awesome car. If you got a 4 rating, you can pretty much guarantee the exterior is going to be pretty nice, and with an A interior, that's basically unheard of too. So let me see if I can get a few shots of the interior without much glare. Oh, this one's an automatic though, that's kind of unfortunate. That steering wheel looks perfect. Everything looks perfect in it still. That is incredible interior. How many kilometers? 21,000 original kilometers. No wonder nobody's driven the thing. Whew. Anyways, NSX time. Will it be USA import legal? I bet so. This looks like the older body style. 987, it's a 97, so no. Type S, grade 4A, dang. 28,000 original kilometers. See, that's another A interior. You don't see that very often. But here you go. Beautiful NSX. Some of you guys in those other countries, you need to be picking this kind of stuff up. Because a couple more years, USA legal, this is a, I mean, it might already be a $100,000 car. Very, very nice. Very clean. I know you guys love when I say clean. Clean cars, guys. Clean cars. That's what we're out here looking for. Okay, I see another FD. Let's take a look. Let's play the game. Is it USA import legal? Comment below, yes or no. Looks too clean for USA legal. Yep, 2002. Grade RB. See, this is an R grade. And take into consideration that red one over there I showed you earlier was a grade 3. I'm buying this all day long over that. So don't count out R grades. Don't, for any reason, think you shouldn't buy an R grade. Because I'm not against buying R grades for any car that I end up buying, as long as it looks nice and the repairs have been done correctly, and then it's a good car. And this seems to be like a good car. There is another FD. This is like an FD episode right now of auction time. This one doesn't look so clean, so this one's probably USA legal, just because it has that sticker on the side and probably imagining, and that spoiler. Yep, it's probably USA legal with that spoiler, no doubt. If that doesn't make it USA legal, I don't know what does. Well, that doesn't, because it's a 2001. Not USA legal, grade 3.5C. But I hate that spoiler. All right, I was gonna check out some more cars on the 4th floor. There's the V-Spec 2 R32 GTR right there. You can see it in the last auction video. But right now we gotta run back over to the Kenmary right before it goes at auction here in just a few minutes and check something on it. So let's head back that way. I gotta like sprint there basically. All right, had to make a quick run, like actually run all the way back over here just to check the chassis number. Didn't see it in the pictures before the buyer. I didn't get a good picture of the plate, I guess, but it's on there. And we are good to go. This thing should be going up at auction any second now, maybe right now as we speak. So I should be able to kind of update you guys if we end up going through with the purchase of this one today or not. We will see. We are back over in the first tower. We were in this one last week as well, looking at some cars. 300ZX right there, Fairlady Z, it's got the flux capacitor in it. You can check that out in the last video. And then over there behind it, get out of here, speaker. There's also an Evo 3 over there that I featured in the last video you guys can check out. But it was pretty rusty. Didn't look like a very good car to purchase. FC, that was in the last video. And this 180 was also in the last video, but I did want to kind of come take a second look at it. Now this one is the super high cast version, which I guess isn't one of the most sought after, just because a lot of people don't want the high cast. But this one is the 1992 Type 3 Turbo. Now something like this, I like this. I think it looks good. I think it's a nice setup. It's a clean setup. P1 racing wheels. Those were the wheels that were on the Evo at one point. It's a little bit low, and I actually don't really like the wheels on it, but I like the offset. I like the fitment of it. I don't know. We'll see. I could really see myself in a 180, I think. I like the 180s a lot. I think they have nice body lines. I even like when they do the Sylvia front ends, the Sil 80, and I've seen a few of those pop up for sale actually recently at the auction and sell pretty cheap. Like I've seen a few Sil 80s go, you know, under 10 grand for a pretty nice looking one. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I really like the idea of keeping some money in the bank. This is a 3C. Keeping some money in the bank, buying something like this for a little bit cheaper, plus either a sweet Delica or a sweet Hiace. And even yesterday I was actually looking at some old Land Cruisers and some old Helixes. So I don't know what the future is gonna hold. Would you all hate me if I didn't get another GTR? I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me what you guys think of me. But I don't know. I just can't decide if I can be a non-GTR owner, if you know what I mean. I know there's other great cars out there. I know my money could go a lot further with other cars out there. I could get something probably a lot nicer, but it's just not a GTR. And it's a hard idea to give up. I don't know. Back at the Super, guys, so we're gonna head back to the shop and I'll give you guys an update on what's going on with the Kenmary. Typical me finishing the video the next day, but it's gonna be worth it for this one and you guys are gonna see why. I waited till today to finish the video. It's now Saturday. The auction was yesterday on Friday, but we did make a purchase. So let's go take a look. Here is the Garage Defend towing rig. And what do we have here? Did you guys think we'd be buying this? From the title of this video, you probably did. But here she is. The 1977 Kenmeri Skyline, right behind the shop at Garage Defend. We'll be taking it down off the flatbed here shortly, and you guys will get a good look at it running and coming off the trailer, heading up to the shop. God, it looks so good. Such a beautiful car for sure. There's just not body lines on cars like this anymore, and this one is awesome condition. But it's not going to be in stock here at the shop. This one was purchased for a customer that had a deposit with us. I won't release any information on them, and unfortunately for you guys, I won't be able to tell you the price since we did purchase it for somebody else. I don't want to give too much details on the price, but you can get a decent idea of the price of these if you go to GooNet and look up some old Skylines, and you can kind of get a rough idea of what was probably paid for this one. Well, I guess that's gonna about do it for this video. As you can see, the Kenmary is here and it's great. It's a beautiful car. I can't quit taking pictures of it. Can't quit looking at it. We'll do a whole video on that car before it heads out. It'll be heading to the USA. I won't say exactly where yet, but it's going to a good home and I'm really looking forward to doing a video on it, honestly. We'll probably put the temporary plates on it and maybe just do a couple circles around the shop, get some rolling shots of it. I'm not exactly sure what we'll do with it yet, but I would like to do a nice big video on the Garage Defend channel for it, just kind of publicizing, because it's not every day that something like that passes through. Yeah, we get awesome R34s, 33s, and 32s all the time that are just amazing and crazy expensive, some of them, more than that was, but it's unique whenever you get something that old in that kind of condition. It's really cool, and I hope I get to share a nice, awesome video with you guys, probably over on the Garage Defend channel in the coming weeks. But that is gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed another auction video. Hopefully in an auction video soon, we'll be purchasing a car from me. We'll see though. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.